don't swear.
Righto.
Oi, oi.
Have it.
Oi, oi. Hello, mate. How are you? All right?
All right, son. How are you? Not too bad for a Sunday afternoon.
Well, yeah, it's early Sunday morning for me, 10 to 4 in the morning, fuck's sake.
Of course it is.
Well, you know what it's like. You get drunk at the football, you sleep early, you wake up early. You know, you can't help yourself, can you?
No, you can't, man. It's just the way it goes. I sort of did a bit of that because I had to get up at 3 in the morning for the game. So I went to bed about I went early. I went to bed early, so I thought, right, I was pretty shattered anyway, and I went to bed about 7, half 7, and then got up at 3 o'clock, sweet, and watched the game with the boy. Both together.
Yeah. So how's the reaction to Cieran's new song going then?
Oh, he thinks it's good. He's got a lot of views on it. I don't know what reaction he's got professionally or anything.
But he's happy with the reviews and that he's had so far, though.
Yeah, he's liking it.
Because I had listened to it, and it's a really good tune. It's a really good tune, and I like the video. It's really well done, and fair play to him.
A few people give me some. I watched it, and I thought the video how they filmed it, and that was really, really good. And I thought, wow, it was impressive. But I think I understood about 3 words of it, so. I'll have to ask him for the lyrics. Can
you write the lyrics down for me, son? Because I can't understand a fucking word you said.
No, but he probably said, Dad, you probably won't want to know. So I went, right.
But it is good though, and like as I said, when he's had a little time to sit back and relax and that, I'll pop it out on here if I'm allowed to. You know what I mean? I'll use it for a video or something.
Yeah, he'd love that.
If I'm allowed to.
I'm fine, isn't it? I like the way they videoed it. And
it's a really good tune.
It looked like he was going down the Tortured Soul route. I don't know whether that was the idea of it, because I couldn't understand the lyrics.
Yeah. It's all right though, mate. We ain't got to understand it. All we got to do is promote it. You know what I mean? In fairness, it's a really good.
Like, if I didn't like it, I'd tell him. I wouldn't. I'd be, you know, he knows I'm pretty honest when it comes to that.
Yeah,
and
of course,
like,
of
the
course.
one he done on their own in Brisbane, the Just Flows track, I really enjoyed it. I think it's really good. I've watched it a lot of times. I really enjoy it. Every now and again, I'll flick back to it.
Well, I've used it on 1 or 2 of my videos, haven't I? The intro to it, anyway.
The intro. I really like that track. I really do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I hope he gets, keeps going, and he can get better for him. But it's a tough old slog, isn't it? What they're trying to do. Really
and to be fair, you know, it's a tough world to get into, you know.
Absolutely.
And you know, and fair play to Cieran. You know, he's persevering. He knows what he's got to do, and he's doing his best to do it. So fair play to him, mate. You know,
he's really got to do it on his own, and I think that's where it's hard. If you're being sponsored or you've got someone behind you, or they're in the know sort of people, you know, can make life a lot easier. He's sort of doing it solo and very independently, so it will be tough. Yeah. But
it's going to be tough for him, but you know, like he's made us strong stuff, mate, like his dad, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure you've got. Hold on. Oh, fuck off. There we go. Oh, look, Wally's in the house. So, hello, Wally. How are you, son? All right?
Wally boy. I'm not sure. Rebecca could be locked in a cupboard. I'm not sure how well she'll be doing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, bless her. I don't even know how many people are watching. 2 by the look of it.
I hope it's a small cupboard.
Right. Hold up. Who's that? Oh, it's all right. It's only me. Yeah, because I stuck the link in the group chat, didn't I? So kind of half expecting 1 or 2 other people to turn up. Yeah. So what did you think of yesterday's game or today's game?
Yeah, today for me still, but mate, I weren't too disappointed. I remember I clicked over. I know Lucas was jumping up and down there, but I didn't expect nothing much, and there's a difference. Your expectations kill you sometimes, and
exactly that. And
this game, I thought we'd lose 2 or 3-0. Right? I really did, and I was really encouraged by the performance we put up there. I really was, and I know all it took was someone to be a bit more clinical, and we get something. And I was really, you know, at the end, I was disappointed not to get something out of the game, but for the performance,
Cieran.
I was happy.
Yeah. And you know, the thing is, we approached the game with a bit of verve and a bit of vigor today. You know, it was like, you know, it was almost like we were really up for the game, and it looked like we were for a large part of it. I think in the end, I think we were unfortunate to concede.
Oh man, look, Lanzini will never miss a fucking chance like that ever again in his life. I don't think. I don't ever remember him missing up a complete sitter till now, and that's a shame because for me.
Normally it's the world.
If anyone don't think this, Budge, if anyone don't think this, go back and watch that game and watch Lanzini. He was the man of the match, hands down. He was unbelievable. Some of his touches, some of his work rate, some of his tackling, his short passing in tight spaces, it was quality. And it just let it down with that chance to score that goal, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, and which will probably have half of the community crucifying him because
and I think it's unfair because if you take that total game as a whole, he was superb. He was so good.
Exactly.
He was really
and yeah, like you said, it was definitely a man of the match performance from him.
It was.
Yeah, even a couple of the Liverpool lads in the pub said that Lanzini was bloody good. Well,
exactly.
I mean, they're all raving about fucking Salah,
you know. If you take the emotion of him missing that, you know, you can see it, you know. But he was superb, mate. He really was. And I was gutted for him that he fucking snapped at it. I couldn't believe he snapped at it and just bashed it over.
I know.
It was easier to hit the target, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been, yeah. Morning, Richard. How are you, sir? I'm glad you could join us.
Hey, Richard.
Nice early start for you this morning, bud.
What's you doing up, Richard?
I know, yeah. And he's
all the way down Liverpool and back.
I know. Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah. Probably, yeah. Yeah, definitely. All the way back to Devon. You probably just arriving, I would have thought. Not long.
I mean, it's bad enough coming back to London from Liverpool. We're having that going all the way down where he is. What, Somerset?
I know. Down in Devon. Devon, yeah.
Jesus. That's a hell of a trip.
He says he should have just placed it in the net.
Oh, no.
I know. Now home just... got home at 1 and just woke up again. Blimey. Oh, and it is Somerset. You were right, Cieran. I was wrong.
He's Somerset.
Yeah, it's Devon. It's beautiful part of the country.
It's side of the country, whatever you say.
Yeah.
Beautiful cider from down there.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I used to work down there we were working down there for like 8 months. Going away during the week and coming home at weekends. And we always used to stop off at this little place on the way through and grab our cider, get it, bring it home with us. I used to buy this like 5 litre jug of it.
It's like a gallon. It's like the gallon thing, wasn't it?
Buy the 5 litre of it, bring it back. By the time, I'd get back at about 7, 8 in the evening. And by the time I woke up in the morning, that fucking 5 litres is done. And, I'm feeling pretty rough for the next few days.
You're not meant to drink it in one night, Budgie. You know what I mean? You're meant to
but it was so worth it. It was so worth it.
I know.
You know me, mate.
Done me when I started getting that sort of stuff from farms or wherever, in Kent I used to get some too. Once you've done that, if you go to a can of cider then or something out of a pub, it's really hard to drink. You know what I mean? It's such a difference.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful product that they produce, and natural and fresh and good.
Yeah. So it's nice that you bumped into Happy Amoret, Richard.
Lovely.
Yeah, it was. I was really happy that she actually got a chance to go yesterday because, she was telling me not too long ago, I'd love to go to an away game somewhere like Anfield or somewhere like that. And I said, yeah, you'll go one day, girl. You know what I mean, kind of thing. And there she is. Yesterday, she went up there with the boys and that. Yeah, brilliant. I'm really glad. I hope she's had a good time.
Yeah, West Ham Network. I watched a couple of their fan cams and I saw her walking behind the camera there.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, Nick was interviewing some guy, just before Jake actually, and I saw her walking past at the back. I went, shit, there she is.
Yeah, bless her. I was surprised you could see her. She's so fucking small. She's only about that big, isn't she?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I'll be in trouble if she sees this, won't I? Richard says that a gallon of rough farm cider is for 2 nights. No, definitely not. Not when you got me and my ex on it, mate. My ex used to drink fucking litres of it. Oh dear, yeah. So I mean, I weren't too disappointed. I've got to be honest. I didn't expect much from the game. I think the Liverpool fans in the pub were pretty sorry that I was in there.
Yeah, because I don't think they expected to have such a tough game.
No.
I want to say this, right? In that first half hour, mate, I was watching Liverpool, how they played and how they passed, and mate, they were fantastic for that first half hour. Their movement, their work rate, their passing is so good. And you think, well, this is where this is what we haven't got. And
they're playing much better football than City are at the moment, aren't they?
I mean, they are. But what they do, I've said this for a while now, is because Alexander-Arnold and Robertson push up so much, they are vulnerable. that are vulnerable to the counter attack because they take that chance. They're basically playing with two at the back. You know, they play with two, and unless them two can get back, or have Henderson trying to cover, and it gives you opportunities, man, if you can break quickly and pass well. And we did. Yeah. There were times there we did, and we got the chances, but we never took one of them. Fornals.
Rich, hang on, sorry, Rich is off to bed again. Thanks, Richard. Don't forget to hit the like button before you disappear, mate. Thank you very much. And Wally says, good night all. I have to get up early to continue driving back to Philly. Okay, mate. Well, thank you for joining us, both of you. Sorry, mate, you were saying. Yeah, he's on his way back. Yeah,
we had the chances that Fornals had. I don't know about the chip. I think he should have buried it, but he didn't. Well, it was another good chance, wasn't it?
I thought it was brilliant when was it Bowen was 1-on-1 with the keeper? Yeah, that over the top ball. I went over the top, came down, dropped to him beautifully, and he took it on really well. It looked like it was right early in the game, and it looked like he was offside, but he wasn't. And everybody was going, "Oh yeah, it's offside, it's offside." I'm saying, "It ain't offside, mate. It ain't offside." But it was. No, was it? I can't remember now.
No, I think that's what we thought.
No, it wasn't offside. No, it weren't offside. But the keeper, the keeper.
Bowen had one where Van Dijk accidentally headed the ball backwards straight to him, but Robertson came flying over and got him. There's another one. Yeah. That was a beautiful.
I've got to admit, a lot of the games are blur to me.
The best part of the best pass of the game was done by Noble outside of the boot and put Antonio through, and that's where he had half a chance to cross it to Benrahma. But Robertson just got a touch on him, and then that was it.
Morning, Paul. Thank you for joining us, sir. Hope you're well. So we didn't embarrass ourselves yesterday at all. And from what I can remember, the guys and the girls that went up to represent done a brilliant job. Again, like they always do, always in good voice and stuff. We could hear them on the telly, you know. There was one of the lads in the pub, the one I don't get on too well with. He was trying to wind me up all the way through the game, trying to wind me up. And me being me, I sat at the table with all the Liverpool fans because the only other West Ham supporter in the pub was the girl behind the bar, Donna. She's West Ham as well. In fact, I'm going to take her to a game one day. So I said to her last night, I said, "Oh, you're going to have to come to a game with me." And she's like, "Yeah, I'd love to." So we'll go to a game and that. But but like I was at the table with all these Liverpool fans, including the landlord of the pub, and he kept looking at me and winking because this guy Graham, he gets on my nerves. He just loves to try and wind me up. So anyway, I said to Amar, the landlord, I said to him, "Here, Amar," I said, "the old Hammers fans are in good voice, aren't they?" And as I said that, this Graham started singing "You'll Never Walk Alone" over the top so that I couldn't hear it, right? So I turned around to him and I went, "Here, mate, why don't you shut that fucking grid of yours?" And the landlord come up to me, he goes, "Come on, let's go to the bar." And he starts fucking dragging me up to the bar because he knows what I'm going to get like. Once that geezer starts on me and once I take the bite, it could get very naughty. You know what I mean? And like Amari's going to me, "Yeah, come to the bar with me," and all that. I was like, "Oh." So he wouldn't let me get a foot near him. More, but
2 minutes, 30 seconds left.
No worries, mate. No worries. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to play a little video quickly. I can find it. Here we go. Look, here we go. Let's have a little bit of this just quickly.
Artie, Zen. Yeah, look. We're just gonna throw some bars in, have a bit of a laugh, have some fun. Hope you guys like it. Much love. You know it is. Come on, you ones.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I didn't use too much of it, but I love that tune. I like the way he goes into his flow and stuff. I really like that intro as well. That intro is really good.
Yeah.
Come on, you ones.
He does it on every song he's done that I've heard. That's how he starts.
I know, it's brilliant. I love it. I love it. But you know, what I was going to say earlier actually was that, you know, Cieran's putting his heart and soul into everything he does, and you can see that in the end result. Do you know what I mean? He's done so well with this new one that I think, you know, I've even got me two kids to like, you know, subscribe and that to his channel. So yeah, I mean, like my daughter, she's quite impressed by him.
Sure.
By his music, not him personally, because she's like, oh yeah. I said, yeah. I said, this is my mate Cieran's son, Cieran, and she's like, oh yeah, oh yeah. I was like, what are you looking at? She goes, nothing. I said, no, don't you start. I said he's got a girlfriend. She goes, and I was like, wait, stop it. I said, anyway, he's 8,000 miles away, and she went, nah, it's more than that, Dad. I said, what do you mean more than that? She goes, he's in Australia. It's like 10,000 or more. I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. I said, actually, Cieran keeps telling me it's like 12,000 odd.
Yeah, it's probably not. It's between 10 and 12. It's probably about 10 something.
Yeah. So, but anyway, she's like, yeah, he's quite cute, Dad. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake. I said, what do you think of the music, baby?
Yeah,
and she's like, yeah, it's all right, Dad. It's all right, but he's really cute. And I'm like, yeah, all right.
To be honest, I mean, that feedback, Budgie, is, you know, people that are younger, I prefer their opinions. We might all like it, which I'm a mate. I like any of it, you know. But I do, I do like some rap here and there. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be biased to it. But when I hear that if there's any youngsters out there that say, yeah, I like that and it's good, that's more impressive to me, you know. I want to. I think,
and that, you know, the thing is that
that's his audience.
Yeah, of course it is, and that's his target audience. You know what I mean? It's the guys and girls of each age group and slightly older, and you know, and maybe even slightly younger. What is Cieran now? What, 23, 24?
No, he's only 19.
19?
No.
Fucking hell, he's the same age as my boy then.
No, well, Jesus. I say that he's 20 in a couple of weeks.
Oh right.
20 in a couple of weeks. He's on the 22nd as well, Budge, as I was. 22nd of February, 22nd of March.
Oh right, okay. Yeah. See, my boy was 19 in January, so yeah, there's about a year, well, 10 months.
About a year older,
Yeah. So yeah. But you know, fair play to Cieran, mate. He's done a sterling job on everything he's done so far. You know, it's been you know. Morning, Lee. How are you, sir? Glad you could join us. Nice early start for you, buddy. Yeah. Obviously he don't sleep well, does he? Like us, well, like me. Don't sleep well. Not if he's up at this time of the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Bless you, mate. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, young Lee, I watched the highlights of the Leeds game and it looked like you were unlucky, mate. Really unlucky.
Oh, they were. I was watching the game on my TV and I was on the watch along with Lee and Stuart for a while. I was on there for the first half and then when I came to the second half, I had a couple of things I had to go and do. And then obviously, you know, I went to the pub to go and watch the West Ham game. I got there for 3 o'clock thinking, yeah, I'll get a nice early start. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done it.
No idea.
Because by 8:30, 8:45 last night, I was absolutely gone. I mean, I've got about half a dozen messages from my mate in Pittsburgh.
I was asleep for all them games during the night until I got up for the West Ham game. But I watched the highlights and looks like Leeds fucking deserved at least a draw out of that, a point out of it.
They were very unlucky, and you know, Rafinha was absolutely quality yesterday. Again, he was quality. Yeah, I mean, for me, him and Dallas were the two standout players in the Leeds team yesterday. Right. Dallas,
you never get quality. When you watch highlights, Budge, you never get a true reflection of who's done well, do you?
No, and you know me, Cieran. I watch off the ball as well. You know. As well as what's happening on the ball. I try and watch off the ball. And, you know, for me, like Luke Ayling was good. He had a good game. But for me, Dallas or Rafinha, one of them two was definitely the Leeds man of the match. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I would probably give it to Dallas.
Well, sometimes gives you a false perspective of who's played well because, you know, there are highlight reels and, you know, you don't see all the work and it's a lot of the stuff that goes on. Like I say, with Lanzini today, I think if you watch that game back, you realise how much he put in and how good he was. Yeah, but you'd have to watch it back. It won't make the highlight reels what he did. But, cracking. I thought Souček upped his game as well today.
He did, didn't he? He did, actually, yeah. Souček was good yesterday.
And even young Johnson, right? And I made this point to my boy. He said, Dad, he's had a good game. I said, yeah, and you know why? Because they've had all the ball. He's had to defend because I think that's what he's good at. He's a good right back. He's just not a good right wing back. And he didn't have to do much.
I think what it is with him, Cieran, is when he gets further up the pitch, he lacks confidence in his abilities.
Maybe.
And, you know, we know that he can whip a ball in. We know he can find the corner of the net, etc. and that. But I just don't think he has the confidence to do it. I mean, like, not
I don't know. He doesn't seem like he lacks confidence, man. I just think he lacks that ability to whip a cracking ball. Not everyone's got that sort of foot that Cresswell's got, you know? Not or Robertson or Alexander-Arnold.
Soufal's got an impeccable right foot on him, hasn't he? You know,
he can bang a good ball in. Doesn't always, but he can.
Yeah.
I haven't seen evidence
I thought Johnson gave a great account of himself yesterday.
If he can improve in that, mate, he's a cracking right back, wing back. Yeah. But it's not natural to him, I don't think, you know. I think he's defending. To me, he looks like a natural defender. He really, you know, he's good. Yeah. Whether he'll, you know, get better at his forward play, who knows? Hopefully he will. Because
I'm sure he will. Because I reckon that'll be the area that the coaches will work on with him.
I'm sure they're doing it now, Budge. But unfortunately, it's part of this game. When I played right back, mate, that was my job, right back. Now and again, I'd go up the line, but it didn't matter whether I'd done well. I could cross the ball, and I wasn't too bad. But primarily, it was fucking defending. You can't say that, say, for Robertson and Arnold. Primarily, their job is to get up the line and put balls into the box.
Feed the box,
you know? Yeah. And they keep doing it.
And, you know, in fairness, I would probably put Arnold in the top 3 in the country, definitely in the top 3 as attacking wing back. You know,
I think I would probably definitely put him first. But
I mean, there ain't many better than him. Let's be honest.
No.
You know,
no, there's not. Honestly, in football itself,
especially especially currently in the game. You know,
but
that there aren't many better.
Do I think he's the best right back? No, I don't. But he doesn't need to be.
No.
But he still gets back. He still has got the energy to do all he thought and still get back, as he proved with clearing it off the line from 4-0 today. He was the one that saw it. He got back and he cleared off.
I was almost on the table screaming when that was off the bloody line.
How many times have we done that? You know, with Liverpool, Man City, or Arsenal, where we're worthy of a point, if not all 3, and we just didn't get nothing. It's
it's true though. You know, we just haven't we haven't had the rub of the green, really, have we? Let's be fair. You know, we've done all the hard work. No, we've done all the hard work, and we're just not. Yeah, we're not clinical.
Got to take them chances, man. You know, you're not going to get many. When you do, take one, take two, and then you could get results. And we haven't been.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. So
it's a shame, especially for everyone who went up there. You know what I mean? Because you know, after the Southampton game, which was piss poor, everyone was expecting a bit of a flogging. I did. I expect we'd lose 2. I thought they'd have a comfortable day. Liverpool 2 or 3-0. Well, I was delighted about they didn't. They didn't. They were delighted to get away with that 1-0. Delighted.
Yeah. So. And I think the majority of the lads in the pub would agree with that as well. You know, they would have said, "Yeah, we were lucky to get away with that." You know, all except for the little prick that gets on my tits. But hey, but he was definitely trying to bait me last night. Definitely. That's why I came home in the end. And then I just laid on the fucking sofa and fell asleep on top of all my washing.
It's not the end of the world, but the Bowen injury might be the end of the world for him. I think. Is it?
Was it? As I said, I was probably 9 sheets to the wind by the time that happened.
Yeah.
So I didn't really pay too much attention to it. But
do you know what worries me about it, Budge? I didn't see it in the tackle or anything like that. He got up, he was fine. I don't believe it was a tackle that hurt him. I think something went in his foot. And that's when he pulled up. Went, oh, crikey. Now, I'm hoping, I'll tell you what, if it's an Achilles, he's out for the season, right?
Oh, God, if he is, that's us ruined, mate. That's like...
If it's an Achilles, he's gone. Mate, you ain't coming back before the end of the season.
He's been
I'm just hoping it's
instrumental in about 2/3 of the goals that we've scored this season so far.
He's been a great player for us. So
he's been instrumental in about 2/3 of our goals. So
So massive loss.
Yeah.
Massive loss. Yeah. But this is what you got, mate. If you have to play the same 11 week in, week out, or 10 or 11, it's about 12 players we use. If you play them week, things like this are going to happen. I mean, it's inevitable. And even Moyes' comments today, he afterwards he said, the same 11. I said, we got a small squad, but I'll be playing them again and again. But people will break down eventually if you keep flogging. And that's what we've got.
Rebecca's in the house. She says, Santi Cieran. Santi Cieran.
Oh, I was going to take it off. I've got to trim it down. It's a bit too bushy and longy, I think.
Yeah, it's getting a little garden gnomey, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, right. A bit too much now, guys. That's got to be sorted.
Yeah, she's saying that if that's his Achilles, that he'll be done for next season.
I'm hoping it ain't
that could ruin him.
Snap Achilles, he's fucked for at least 6 months or so, right? Because I know people.
It's a year plus injury, according to Rebecca. So yeah.
Oh, let's hope not. Let's hope not. But I'll tell you what, he won't. I mean, the fact that he couldn't put any weight on it was. I don't think it was ligaments. I've done my ligaments about 6 times, so, but it didn't seem that. The ligaments, you need to twist your ankle. I never saw anything on the pitch that was down to that. It's like something went, and I'm going, God, I'm only hoping now, man. We've got to hope and hope that it's not anything serious.
Yeah.
But
it's a worry. It's definitely a worry.
And yet again, I keep saying, Bud, it will go back to January and go. And Moyes now is, he's going to live and die on his own sword. And if we say it is bad, and then we get another injury to a main player, everyone's going to start pointing fingers at Moyes. He's going to get slaughtered because he never.
It's already started, hasn't it? Let's be fair. I mean, since the end of January, a lot of people have had, the Moyes stick out, you know, ready to whip him with it. You know, I got to be honest. I'm disappointed in the window. Of course, I am. You know, I wanted us to strengthen and to, you know, build on the squad that we have. But you know, I'm kind of one of these people that just sits back and goes, "Well, look, he knows what he's doing. Moyes knows what he's doing. That's why he gets paid, you know, thousands of pounds a week to do what he does."
No, but I don't. But because I think it was fairly obvious we needed backup, and he never got it. He failed to get it.
Yeah.
And like I said, according to him, it weren't that he didn't try. He just couldn't get anything over the line, could he? So
no.
He failed. And now, if we have more than Bowen going out, if we have one more major injury, well, it's going to be a disappointing season, where it could have been so promising. Yeah. And he will be blamed for it, and you know he will be, and it probably rightly so.
And rightfully so. You know what I mean? Because you know, ultimately the decision is his. You know, he's made sure of that. He's made sure of that. So you know, he's the one that's either not chosen to pick anybody up or whatever. Yeah, it's down to him. It's his choice. So you know, he's got to be the one that stands. And
he'll be held accountable. But already, like I said, if you've lost Bowen, we've already had old Bonner out for the season. Now it could be Bowen, and who knows what else is in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it is. She's right about
Rebecca.
Mate, I was on the pitch, mate, Budge, when my mate snapped his Achilles, and you heard it. You heard the snap right across the pitch.
Oh gosh, I can imagine.
And that was it. He didn't play football for a year. She's right with that.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, he weren't getting the help that they're getting, or the medical shit that they're getting. But he was out for a year.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's nephew that played for Brentford about 2 or 3 years ago now. He was an academy player for Brentford, and his Achilles went, and they operated on it and all this and the other, and he was back within 9 months. But that was, you know, I think that was a minor injury to it, and he was back in about 9 months, back into training anyway. But yeah, I've never seen an Achilles injury come back that quick, like even you know, with the facilities that these big clubs have got, you know, and the doctors available and stuff. It's always about a year or more, isn't it?
Well, you just knew the way he walked off, mate. He couldn't put any weight on that. There was something really bad. And regardless, even if it ain't the Achilles snapping, that's the worst scenario. It's something wrong bad, because he's out for weeks or months, one or the other. And either way, it's not good. You know, either way.
Yeah, even Becca's saying that. That's what they say. When you hear it go, you can feel and hear it snap.
Oh, you heard it, yeah. I heard my mate snap. I heard it across the pitch, you know. You go, fuck. And I walked out, I said, "Get up, you tart. What's the matter with you?" And he's a Scottish boy. He told me to fuck off.
Yeah, I would have done it all. I probably would have, if I could have done it, I probably would have kicked you up the arse. Fucking get up, you pussy.
No, he had to be stretchered, mate. He couldn't put any weight on
it. Yeah. Oh, mate, that was no, that is a worry. But you know, hey, listen, we'll just have to hold tight and see what's happening later in the day.
Yeah,
we'll have some news by the end of the day.
We're thinking of the worst scenario. We just hope that it's not that. But
yeah.
It didn't look good.
No. Hold the thought for a sec, Cieran. I need to go for a pee. Hold on.
All right. He's not for a pee, mate, because he's been sleeping after night and gets up in the middle of the night. Yeah. But I know, Bex, when you see an injury like you just know how they walk off. And as soon as I saw him when he needed 2 people, and even that one, he should have been stretchered off, really. Because he couldn't put any weight out without wincing. And I know, because after tearing my ligaments about 6, 7 times on a football pitch, and that's bad enough. But at no stage did I see him turn or twist his ankle or get booted in the ankle. I mean, something gave up there. If we're lucky, it might be just a metatarsal, the old metatarsal. But it looked bad. If it was just a kick to the ankle and it was bruised, I don't think it would be that much of a struggle to get off the pitch. But we'll see. We shall see.
Again.
Yeah. I hope that weren't in the sink.
No, of course not. Don't be daft. That was in my son's show.
All right.
So, yeah. So, what's this nonsense on the TV I'm looking at? Oh, it was Brian Johnson and Mark Knopfler. All right, okay. Yeah. So, what'd you have for lunch today, then, mate?
Lunch?
Yeah.
I didn't bother, mate. I'm just going
to...
No, I had a little bit of breakfast, mate. Some eggs on toast. I do, yeah, for a change. I don't do that often, but I had some eggs on toast. I don't bother with lunch, mate. I just cook a main dinner. Very rare I eat lunch. When I eat lunch, it's hard for me to eat dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
1 to 2 meals a day is enough for me. I don't eat that much.
Yeah, I ain't a big eater. I gotta be honest. I mean, in the pub earlier, I thought I'm getting hungry, so I'll order a pizza. So I ordered a large pepperoni pizza and a small margarita as well, because there was a couple of kids in the pub as well. So I thought, fuck it, I'll get a little margarita. At least they'll have something to eat when they eat kids. One of them was the doorman. We have to have security on the door on match days because, as I said, the stadium, Crawley Stadium, is literally 300 yards away. So the pub is the official meeting place for away supporters. So the law states that you have to have security. So anyway, they have 2 door staff on the door at the pub, and there's a fella and a girl yesterday, and the fella, he's little boy, he's lovely, sweet little lad. He is. His name's Theo, and he was running around the pub, and I said to his dad, I can't remember his name now, completely gone out of my head. I said to him, it's all right, I'll keep an eye on little one for you. He's like, you sure? I said, yeah, no worries. So as I said, I got a pizza for him and that. But what I didn't know was that the landlord and one of the lads on the table with the Liverpool fans, they'd ordered a load of it's called red chicken, right? It's a bit like piri chicken kind of thing, and you get this big foil bag full of chicken wings. I think there's 20 or 30 wings in a bag, and it's like you can get whatever flavouring you want on it. And he had 1 bag full of chili and 1 bag full of lemon and garlic, I think it was. And so he got these 2 big silver trays out, and loads of these fucking piri chips, and mate, the table was full of food yesterday. We were all just sitting there eating and drinking, and it was a really good atmosphere, right up until the point when Big Mouth started on me. Yeah, and it was a really good atmosphere until then, and that's when it started going downhill, because he just has a couple of beers and he thinks he can bait me. So it kind of spoilt the day a little bit, a little bit, not much, Yeah, just had a great laugh though. That's brilliant.
Yeah, taking a point, it would have been even better.
Yeah, we could quite easily have got that fucking point and all.
Oh yeah,
it was very disappointing that we didn't.
Just fucking take a chance, mate. It's all we had to do is take one of them chances, but we didn't. What do you do?
whether or not he's flexing the ankle. Right, okay. Didn't look like it was flexing at all. Yeah. It's a worry, Bex. It's a worry.
It's a bit worrying.
Yeah. Like, you know, as I said, you know, for me, he's been like this year, he's been probably the most improved player in the Premiership in the last year. Yeah. You know, regardless of the fact that he plays for West Ham, you know, he's been brilliant. Everybody's talking about him. You know, everybody's having a look at him. You know. Yeah, that's a worry for me as well. You know, is he going to be tempted away by a bit more dough and things like that? You know, that's a worry for me.
You never worry about things like Budge, really, because it's pointless. I mean, if every player's for sale in the whole league, right? It's as simple as that, right? If the right offer comes in, every player's for sale. So yeah, it is what it is. You roll with that. We've had that all our lives, haven't we? And so that's why I'm not bothered about Declan Rice. If the right money comes in, we sell him. Let's just get on with it. And like today, we got one without him. And I think Lanzini slotted into that spot, and he was fantastic on the day. Will we miss Declan Rice? Of course we will. He's he's going to become a world-class player. I don't think he's there yet.
I think he's already there. I think he's already.
I don't rate him yet as world-class.
Banging on the door of world-class.
His age is progressing. I think he'll get
banging on the door of it.
But so he will leave, you know, eventually. But don't be scared of it. Get the money and build on. As long as you build on that with your team, you can get by,
and that's the worrying point, though, Cieran. We don't do that.
Always we
don't fucking do it. You know, I mean, look, let's be fair, right? When Tottenham, when they sold Gareth Bale to Real Madrid, they got, what was it, 87 million for him or something, wasn't it?
Oh, no. I think it was over 100. It's ridiculous money. I think it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I thought it was something like 87 or 90 million, something like that.
You could be right, Budge.
But anyway, they went out and bought 5 players with that money, including Christian Eriksen. You know, he was one of the players that they bought with that money. And he was a good servant for them. He'd done really well for them. You know, I just hope that we will do the same. I mean, look, we spent 100 million plus in the window with Pellegrini. How many of them players are still with us? Haller's gone.
No, the two big signings.
Yeah, Haller and Philippe.
Having said that, was Pellegrini wrong? Because Haller, what he's done at Ajax and in the Champions League tells you that boy's a great striker, but Moyes would not compromise and play to his strengths. Who's wrong? Was Pellegrini wrong?
Well, clearly Pellegrini had it right. When he signed him, he saw something in him that, you know, that was a bit special, and we're now seeing that at Ajax. But at West Ham, he just didn't seem to want to put his boots on.
I know the critics will say, look, he's banging it. You had the stats there. The goals he scored for Ajax is unbelievable, right? But his record in the Champions League, like, he scored about 11 goals in about 7 games in the Champions League. So you can't just say, oh, well, the Dutch Eredivisie is shit. That's why he's doing so well. He's doing it in the Champions League. So,
I mean, there
are goals in that player, but Moyes didn't want that type of player, which is fair enough. If that's not what you want, but it weren't wasted money if we'd used him. We maybe could have done with him now.
Yeah.
And maybe he could have switched it to suit him and push on and get goals from him. But Moyes was never going to do that. You knew Moyes didn't want him, so that was that.
Yeah. Do you know what? Wikipedia are still, they list him as playing for Ajax and the Ivory Coast, but they're still showing him in a West Ham shirt. Both pictures.
Yeah. I think it's down to people to update that, and no one's bothered, hasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, share screen.
But like I said, I was a Haller fan, so you know, I mean, I'll stick
Yeah,
by him.
I kind of was as well.
It's obvious he is a goal scorer. Is he? You know, he's not one of them technically fucking brilliant players, but he's a goal scorer, and that's what he does, and that's what he's doing. But he's got that Ten Hag. That's so me and Appers. We both want that manager at West Ham, and as I found out the other day, he knows how to get the best out of Elliot. So that's how he's setting up his team.
Yeah.
Support him to score goals.
Oh.
What do you do?
Right, that's right. My laptop's playing up now. Bloody thing. I was going to share that screen, but it wouldn't let me. Restore pages. Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah, so, well, yeah, we've got, I've been working on a new video as well. I shall be bringing that up soon. Not now, not today. But right, let's go back to there. Hold on. What? Hey, what? Oh, I see. Oh, that's it. Gone. Right, let me just turn that off. There we go. Oh, look, Darren's in the house. Morning, Darren. How are you, sir?
Hey, Darren, bro. How you doing, sir?
All right. Yeah, so Sebastian Haller. There we go. Right. Let me just try that again. Share screen. Share. There we go. Oh. There we go. Oh, look, what's all that nonsense? I don't want that.
Oh, no, sir. Press some more buttons.
Fucking hell. There we go. That's what I wanted you to see. There we go.
There is my mate.
There he is, look, in claret and blue, both shirts.
Shirt. Yeah, mate.
He's in an Ajax shirt over on the right, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Wikipedia still have him in West Ham's kit, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, haven't been updated, that's all. But is he worth 40 million? Yeah, he is.
He is now.
He is now. There you go. I mean, what? Took about 22 for him. Paid 40, sold him for about 22. The geezer's worth 40 million, but you got to use him. Use him right. And we didn't.
Yeah. No.
So whose fault is that?
Well, clearly the manager. Clearly, you know. Got to be, isn't it?
Well, I don't blame. I'm not going to knock Moyes for it because it didn't suit his style and what he wanted to do, which is fair enough. I mean, I'll give him that. But when people start slagging him, saying he's shit, he's not work, he's not. He's just if you leave him as a lone striker on his own, which Moyes wanted to do, and then it doesn't work. It doesn't work for him.
He hasn't got the work rate in him to make it work. That's what it is. He hasn't. He likes to be fed. He likes to have it put on a plate for him. And yeah, he'll bang goals in if you do that. And obviously, Ajax play that way. We don't. You know, we rely on our striker being a multi-tool. You know what I mean? We want him to be a multi-tool. We want him to be able to go out onto the wings and drop back and pick the ball up and work with the rest of the guys behind him. You know, it doesn't work for Haller. It works for Antonio because he's been brought up through the lines from, you know, defence. So he's happy to do that. He's got the work rate in him. whereas Sebastian Haller hasn't. And the only fault that I have in Sebastian Haller is that the only thing that I can fault him on is the fact that he wasn't flexible enough to be able to our strength. You know, that's the only criticism I have of him, really. You know,
I'd imagine when West Ham bought him, he played in a front three, right, with that Jovic and the other guy. That I had to tell all three of them. And that was his strengths, right? And Pellegrini knew that. And Moyes knew that and went, nah, I'm not playing that. You stay out there and just be below. Nah. And at the end, I think he'd given up LA. I don't think he was trying that hard. You know, I think it's just not, I can't, you know, it's not my thing. You know? So we can knock him for that. But I think we could have utilised him better and we didn't. And I blame Moyes for that. He wouldn't bend. But that's his choice. It's he's the team manager and he sets out the formation and how we want to play. So he never suited him. And I think he was always always looking to get rid of him from the minute he turned up. Yeah.
He just wasn't using him, was he? Correctly. He weren't. And there were also games where he didn't play him, you know. And you think, hang on a minute, he would have been perfect for that game, but he didn't play him. Yeah.
I think Noble done well today when he came on, mate. He had he acquitted himself quite well today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And had a good little spell.
Yeah, he did, yeah. I see. Your boy's got a Slack page as well, hasn't he? Whatever that is. I have no idea what that is. I've just found it. Hang on. Let me show you. There we go. But I have no idea what that is.
That's his. That must be Cieran's YouTube thing.
No, it's not. Slack. It says Slacks at the top.
Don't know what that means.
Well, we'll have to follow him, won't we? Oh, sign him. Oh, bugger that. I'm not doing that now.
So that one must be one of the songs, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Can you play Just Flows? Can you from that?
I don't know. I probably could. Am I allowed to?
That one on the top,
Is that Just Flow? This here.
I don't know which one it is. Yeah, press the button. I hope it's not.
No, nothing's coming out. You know why? Because I've got the volume off on this laptop. Right, let's have a look, see what this is.
What that is?
Oh,
nothing there, is it?
Hang on, hold on.
For the night, it's new life and I'm down for the ride. That would have speed and that's how I'm
I don't think you can hear that, can you? No, I can't do this. Hang on, let me turn that.
Yeah, that's pretty messy.
Yeah, it's because I've got microphone and speaker and everything counteracting with each other and getting feedback and everything. But
no one that.
I've got to re-download Just Flows because I had to format this bloody laptop the other day and it just wiped everything out. So I've got to re-download that. But yeah, it should be all right. Let me turn that off. Here we go. Yeah. So, all right. Well, look. I don't know how long you want to carry on chatting for, mate. It's up to you. I don't mind. Oh, hold on. What's Darren saying? Has the water level gone down for you, Cieran?
Yeah, it has, bro. It's going down all the time. It's been receding all the time for the last 3 days. So yeah, we got the weather went down South Durham. It went down to Sydney, and now they've had major floods in Sydney. So yeah, it's left us. So we're not too bad now. I mean, believe me, Brisbane got smashed. I mean, there's suburb after suburb. 10,000 houses went underwater. It's a mess, but it's coming good now. They've got something called the Mud Army now. Budge, it's
All right.
it's about 5, 6, 7,000 volunteers have turned up just to, because when the water goes from, when it breaks all the riverbanks here and then goes through all the houses, the streets, when it recedes, your house is covered in mud. Mud across the street.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
So
I've seen video footage of it before.
Yeah. And they're just cleaning up all the mud and the crack from the streets and the debris. And so that's what's happening. But, things are getting close back to normal. But a lot of people's houses are fucked.
Yeah. So what happens in that case? I mean, the government help them out, put them in like temporary accommodation,
they do,
hotels or what?
It's strange, really. You know what I mean? Everyone goes up in arms about it and all that. But 2011, Budge, we had the same here. Brisbane flooded, worse, right? And I've never seen anything like it in 2011, right? The city of Brisbane got absolutely flooded all through it. A lot of it happened this time. But after that, and these low-lying suburbs got, when everyone knew how bad it is to be in one of these suburbs from this kind of event, the insurance companies, they refused to fucking insure these people.
Really?
That was their reaction. It weren't of sympathy, going, mate, yeah. They went, fuck you. If you want to be insured now, it's going to cost you 10 times more. That's what they did. So a lot of these people now got hit again, won't be insured. So they're fucked. And the government will come up with, they had some scheme, if you've got flood down, they'll give everyone $1,000 each or shit like that, you know what I mean? Where they might have $100,000 worth of damage. Their house could be ruined, could be fucked. It'd probably take them 100 grand and put it back to fucking where it was. So
that's just disgusting.
Yeah, typical insurance companies, they just don't want to know. If you think they're flood damage, they don't want you claiming. So there you go. Government will do a little bit, but government just, look, all these boys want to do is get on the news and go how terrible it was. And we're here and we're supporting. No, you're not. You're just here for a photo fucking shoot.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they fucking do, mate. That is exactly
don't give a fuck, mate. It's terrible. It's terrible. Fuck, mate.
Yeah. So I just want to stick something on the screen. This is just a little teaser for our transatlantic friends. It's a new show idea I've got.
Right.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, I'm getting to the point now where I think that the governments and insurance companies and people like that, they don't give a fuck about the people. All they care about is the money they can generate. You know what I mean? It's like, no, they don't. They don't give a shit.
Don't give a fuck.
You know, the worst.
Don't worry about that, mate. We don't count.
No, we don't. And the worst thing is that we're the ones that keep them where they are. We're the ones that pay them their money. And, and they don't give a fuck about us. Gets on your nerves. Gets on your nerves.
They give a fuck about keeping the power in the right places. That's what they give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Don't give a monkeys.
Yeah. So
That's why I always slag off. I like slagging off that Trudeau. Peach's Premier of Canada, because he's such a fucking he's a weak ass bastard, mate. If you ever read anything about him, he's a fucking lefty snowflake, right? Yet when it came to fucking Canada protesting his own people, he fucking demonized them through the main media, which he controlled. Called them terrorists, white supremacists, called them Nazis, everything. He just used the media to slaughter them, and they were very peaceful, because I've seen all the YouTube stuff. That's the only way you could get any real information through YouTube. Very peaceful. Then he brought in the police. Then he brought in the fire service to nick their fuel. They had tankers there to keep their trucks going because it's -30. They'd have to keep them going. And they stole their fuel from them. And then he brought the police. Then he brought the horses in, and he trampled them. That's what he did as their premier, right? The people that had voted for him. So he became a fascist. He's a lefty fucker, but became a fascist. Everything he hates, that's what he did in the end, right? And I remember that fucking tosser, right? In 2020, Budge.
Yeah.
India had a big dispute there in India, and the Indian farmers blocked the roads.
Right.
And the Indians brought in the army and smashed them, right? And that fucker jumped up in Canada and went, that is a disgrace. Really bagged India for using the army, and said it's every citizen's right to protest peacefully. Right? That was his word. Yet, when they done it in his own country, he done the fucking same. And that's what a hypocrite that fucker is. That's why I like to use that fucker. And to me, he's the standard of politicians. They're just fucking assholes. They don't give a fuck. They'll say anything it takes. And now the fucker's talking about Putin as if he's such a bad guy. You were no better, mate. You were no better with your own people. You couldn't talk to them. You couldn't get through this. No. You had to bring in the army, police, the fire service. And not only did he, I'll tell you, there's another one he did, Budge, that people won't believe, but it's true.
Yeah.
They had a GoFundMe, right? One of them, like a PayPal thing. And people were donating in Canada and all over the world, right, into it. They had about, I don't know, $6 or $9 million funding that fuel that they were buying to keep them going, right? Yeah. They confiscated that, all that money. And then anyone that in Canada that through their banks that had donated, they froze their bank accounts. So if I donated $20 to in Canada, my bank account was frozen. And some of them still are. Right? Some of it on the premise that, this is terrorist money. This is money laundering. This is what he said, right? It weren't. Their own guy in the government who looks at he's a financial fucking analyst, right? He looks at money going into banks, whether it's money laundering or terrorist money. Came out and said, no, there's no evidence that any of this is money laundering or terrorist money. It was just people trying to donate to a good cause. But and some of these people have still got their bank accounts frozen, mate, because they donated $20 bucks. Honestly, that is the Premier of Canada, who's the softest lefty fucker, snowflake ever in the world. Yet he resorted to them tactics, like a right-wing fucking government.
Horrible bastard.
Horrible prick, mate. And they're all facts, mate. I'm not fucking bullshitting. They're all facts.
No, I wouldn't accuse you of bullshitting me, mate. You know
but I'm not reading this off some 2Bob website that said, oh yeah, and I'm just believing it. I've read it right into it. And this is what's happened. And you go, wow, how can that happen in the Western world, a supposed democracy? How can it? Because he invoked, the first time ever in Canada, he invoked the Emergency Act, which gave them the powers to do that. There was no need for it. It's something you do if there's a terrorist threat to the country.
Yeah.
Fucking disgrace. He went back to his fucking tree. He bottled it, mate. He couldn't run the fucking country, so he just went back to force. Like all these fucking weak ass pricks do. He went back to force.
Yeah. So is he still there then? Is he still in charge up there then?
Oh, what? Fuck it. Oh, yeah. No,
he keeps getting voted in?
Well, he's in now. I mean, I don't think he'll get voted in next time. The boy should be fucking dragged out of there and shot. But he's now sitting on the podium, you know, talking about Putin. Oh, yeah, it's a disgrace what Putin's doing. Is it? You got nothing to say, mate. Nothing. Nothing to say. You should say fuck all because you're a disgrace yourself.
Oh.
But he has to say, I mean, fucking hell, I can't miss this opportunity. All the world leaders are slagging off Putin. I've got to be involved. Yeah, mate. How about look after your own people instead of fucking slaughtering them? Fucking arsehole.
Yeah.
Anyway, politics on the.
Yeah. So Darren's saying he's got the local sludge army in. So what? You've had flood in there as well, Darren? Is that?
No, I think it's called that, mate.
Well? Oh, right,
yeah,
maybe.
That must be ours, yeah. Yeah, they're in there digging away, mate. We're right now, mate. We still hear planes going over them, helicopters, but.
Darren's saying that Canadian Premier got no spine. He didn't support the lorry drivers in Canada. Looks like brown envelopes exchanged. Brown envelopes changed hands. Yeah, of course they did.
The big corporations back that fucking Trudeau, right? And so does the main media. And the corporations, the Pfizer's and all that, who put money into his campaign to get him elected, they want everyone to be vaccinated. They want everyone to have boosters because that's where the money is. And that fucker is defending that. Not the people, defending the corporations that put him into power. That's how it works. And that's how it works everywhere. That's how it works everywhere.
I don't think Boris Johnson's any different, is he?
No, none of them are any different. That's what I'm saying. None of them are any different. They're all the fucking same, mate. They look after their own interests.
Yeah, it's not a fucking good scenario.
No, that's.
Right,
we live in a fucking.
Darren's saying that he had floods there 12 years ago. What? And they haven't finished clearing up yet. If you got the sludge army in, well, they've only just got you after 12 years. I don't mean to make light of the subject, mate. It's a horrible fucking thing.
No, it's probably what they done back then. They'd probably done the same. It's sludge, it's mud, it's shit, it's crap everywhere, mate. It's fucking terrible.
I've seen the damage a flood can do. You know what I mean? I've actually been working on a job where we were clearing flood damage up in Taunton in Somerset. It was going back about 25 years ago, I suppose. And this river had burst its banks, and there was this cottage that we were working on. It was all flood damaged and that. And the thing was, all the interior plaster, bearing in mind that like it's stone wall out exterior, so you know, like it had lava and plaster walls on the inside. Nice old building, you know. We literally had to rip all the lava and plaster out and replace it all with stud work and plasterboard because, you know, the flood damage was so severe that all of the laths had all just like rotted away. You know what I mean? Well, and you know, because they were really old anyway, and this flood damage, this water, and there was mud on the ceilings and everything on the ground floor. You know, it was horrible. I mean, the entire ground floor was completely underwater.
Exactly.
Apparently. You know,
like I say,
so I've seen the damage it can do.
One news report this morning, a geezer sitting on the roof, right, 2-story. he's sitting on the roof, and the water's up to his guttering, and he's sitting on there with his dog. Right, just. God,
have you still got Bruce with you?
Huh?
Hey? Have you still got Bruce with you?
No, he left yesterday. So.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, she was trapped in there for 4 or 5 days, so she couldn't get out.
Yeah. What about Cieran Jr.? I take it he's got home now then, yeah?
Yeah, he only had 2 days of it was only the roads where he was that were cut off that he couldn't get out, you know. It weren't a threat to where they were in the house. Even though
you were saying he was on high ground, wasn't he?
Yeah, they're on high. There was one down the next door, and one they were on the low part, and they got flooded. But what his house has, you the ride up to it, or his mate's house. So he didn't have an issue. It's just they couldn't drive out because the main road of getting out where they were was 3 foot of water in the middle of it. So you had to wait for them to go away. You can't drive through it. This is where people get killed when they decide to drive through it and they get washed away, which happened to quite a few people. Yeah.
Oh, mate, when it comes to things like that, I'd rather just stay in the house.
You do. That's the sensible thing, Bud. You just don't move.
That's it.
Don't move.
Yeah.
Stay where you are till it doesn't go.
Yeah.
Or unless
probably going to be. It's going to be a long recovery for the country.
Go and have a look.
Yeah, it's going to be a long recovery though for the country after something like that, isn't it? Surely. I mean,
it will be for a lot of people.
It's going to take months to recover from this.
It will, it will, mate. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of devastation for a lot of housing people, and
I would imagine there's quite a lot of damage to the environment as well, like wildlife and stuff in the area. It's got to have suffered as well, isn't it? Yeah.
You can do. Floods not so much because animals are smart, right? Animals know when to move, right? They'll move. Right. If they think floods come, a lot of them will get out and run and just get to wherever they need to be to get on higher ground. There's an instinct with them.
Yeah.
The bigger damage to the animals here is bushfires.
Yeah.
Because they can't. A lot of them can't move quick enough to get away from them because they move so quick.
Yeah.
Especially koalas. Koalas just too slow. If a bushfire's coming through the forest, they get done.
But you have teams of guys out in Australia now that go and rescue the koalas if they can, though, don't they? They go and move them, don't they?
Oh yeah. If they can get to them, they'll get them out. Not always that.
That's all right. At least they try and save some.
Kangaroos are fine. They'll fucking, mate. We don't have to worry about them. They can move quick enough.
They're a bit of a nuisance, though, aren't they? Kangaroos at times in Oz.
Yeah, they are because there's that many. You know what I mean? They are a bit of a pain. You know what I mean? Especially to your car.
But they damage crops and stuff as well, though, don't they?
Yeah, they can come in. If they come in a big mob, and there could be fucking 500 of them just come piling into a crop and just fucking tear it.
Really? What they group in that many? That big a number?
You can have. Oh, mate, you can hundreds and hundreds. You can. In certain places.
I didn't know that. I mean, I've seen video footage of people driving along next to a group of kangaroos, and you see 8 or 10. I didn't know that they would group in that larger number.
They can do, They can do that west. Especially in drought times, because they're always, they're looking for water. They need water, and so there's no water out there. They're all heading for the same spot to get near water, wherever that water is. So
I understand. Yeah. Well.
And we don't have any shortage of them,
Yeah.
The biggest problem is hitting one. When you drive out, especially out west where they're everywhere, it's really hard to drive at dusk and dawn. because they will. That's when they're most active. Is at dusk and dawn.
Yeah.
And across the road, mate. If one jumps in front of you, which they do often, your car's gonna be in a lot of damage, mate. Unless
it's like hitting a deer, isn't it? It's like hitting a deer. I mean, I had this really, really nice Alfa Romeo, right? I had an Alfa 33 Cloverleaf, and it was beautiful. It was my pride and joy. I bought it. It was an ex-demonstrator from a showroom, so it had about 1,100 miles on it when I bought it, and I got it for about $3,000 off the list price, and I bought it new. Well, say new, you know, I bought it on finance and that. And I was driving. I had it for about 2 years. I was driving down a country road not too far from me, and this deer decides to jump on the bonnet as I'm driving through this country road. This deer jumps over a fence, lands on my bonnet, and fucks off over the other side of the road, and completely destroyed the front of my car, completely. And you know, the deer ran off. Didn't even hurt the deer because he literally landed on the bonnet and then fucked off again. And the way my bonnet was like a fucking dish. It was terrible. Darren is saying that it could have been so much different back then, but the Thai government at the time didn't take up any help or assistance from Holland in case the local politicians lost faith.
Wow.
Lose faith. Wow. What, Holland were offering them assistance and they refused it in case they lose faith. That's just ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You know? Yeah. So, all right. Well, look, Cieran, I'm not really sure how long we want to stay on for. I'm kind of getting a bit knackered again now. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I shall probably hit the sack again, knowing me. But if you're about for half hour or so in a minute, stay in the green room. I'll open up a new room and or whatever, and we can just do a quick recording of Refocused, if you like, for the morning.
If
you're up for it, yeah. Well, stick around. I'll send you another link, and then we'll record a little football Refocused. Yeah.
All right, bro. No drama.
All right, mate. We'll have a little proper chat about the game and that, and then that gives some people something to watch, won't it?
Just say what we just did.
Yeah. Oh, mate. I'll just reschedule it for 11 o'clock. Yeah. No. All right. Okay, mate. Right. Well, I'll send you another link, and we'll do a little recording then. All right. Well, thank you for those of you in the chat that joined us, Darren and Lee, and who else was there? Paul and Rebecca and Wally and Richard. All of you that joined, thank you very much. And we'll talk to you soon, guys. Stay where you are, Cieran. I'll be with you.
All right,
let me play out with a video though, eh? Right, hold on.
You press your buttons.
Oh, I am. Oh, yeah, actually, let's have a little look here at this one. Oh, it didn't light up. There we go.
Understood loneliness before I knew what it was. Saw the fears on the table for your unrequited love. And I would be nothing without your foot in the earth. Not strong enough for both of us, both of us, both of us, both of us. 'Cause I am giant, stand up on my shoulders, tell me what you see. 'Cause I am giant, we be breaking moldings underneath your feet. 'Cause I am giant. quiet your emotion. You can draw down your guard and free from the notion we can be who we are. You tell me something